All right, so today just received the Deeper Nano or Deeper Connect Nano. See there, plain Jane box. Won't flip it over. It's got the shipping label on the back there. We'll open it up. See what's inside. Haven't opened it up at all yet. So let's take a look. So got our setup manual here. Pretty basic stuff here. Set your network up, power it on. We're going to do unboxing right now, and we will have another video coming up with all the setup. Got looks like probably power cord here. I don't know if I've seen a Deeper Connect device unboxing. Starting to think it wasn't real. It's like just your basic USB-C, 110 to 240, 5 volts, 3000 milliamp. So we've got the device itself packaged in plastic. It's actually quite heavy. All right, so that feels like it's some sort of aluminum. Got some writing on the back here. So on the back we got Deeper Connect Nano, 5 volt, 2 amp, and then it looks like it gives you the IP that it is set up with. Kind of hard to see there. Got some rubber feet. On the side here we got looks like some air vents, USB, and it's likely a reset of some sort. We've got our USB-C power, 2 network ports. Neither one of them are labeled. I'll have to look at the documentation for that. And then we have micro SD, and I would assume these are probably going to be LEDs when we get it plugged in. So that's pretty nice, actually. It's got a good finish. I was honestly expecting a plastic little device. See what else we got here. All right, so it came with a network cable as well. These little flat guys. Let's open that up. Looks like maybe about 2 feet. Little lay flat, Cat 7. So that's pretty nifty. Definitely be able to get our gigabit speeds. If you had a higher speed, you would be able to support that as well. And that's it there. We've got the Deeper Connect Nano device. All right, so after taking a look at the instructions here, it does tell you not to power it on prior to having it network connected. And it gives you 3 options. So it says to option A, standalone modem and router setup. So you basically get your modem port and your Ethernet, and you're going to go into one of these ports here, and then out to your home router. Option B, coming off of your LAN, setup home network, going into a additional router. Or it says option C when you're traveling, connect the Ethernet port and then direct connect that to a laptop. After hooking up the Ethernet, it says plug the power cable in. It's going to power on automatically, and we'll navigate to a website to continue the setup. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop here on this video. We're going to open up a web browser, talk just a little bit about Deeper Network. There are some other videos online talking about it. It's very new. So we'll definitely be doing an update video after we have this device running for a little while. So we'll pause. We're going to bring up a web browser here, and we'll talk a little bit about it. All right, so here we have deeper.network. This is the web portal, and see here, more secure, private, and fairer internet for everyone. Decentralized gateway and infrastructure for Web 3.0. They're calling this Web 3.0. Is one of the capabilities of this device. We'll scroll down and it talks about network security, the blockchain, and the sharing economy. Claims to have 20,000 nodes in over 200 countries. And the first, we have a decentralized private network. So basically you can share your bandwidth. It'll connect to you, connect out, share your bandwidth, basically as a VPN. It's distributed, all the little devices, each one carries a bit of a load. And this is the portion I was interested in to begin with, and there's quite a few other capabilities for this device. So decentralized web, it's basically a decentralized DNS service, which is, I guess a good idea. We'll see what execution looks like. Clearly, DNS is an integral part of your web browsing experience, internet experience. So distributing it over a large network would also increase uptime. And you can see a little animation here. So then he also has decentralized apps, and this is pretty cool. Looks like this is where they talk about the Web 3.0, essentially using these devices to deliver web content and distributed applications. So again, we'll see what execution they can deliver on this. Very new, but it is getting a lot of attention. And then we move down, and we've got some more talk about the bandwidth sharing. This is where you utilize the tokens, and you earn them via sharing, and you spend them consuming. And they also can be earned. There's been some confusion. I've heard that these devices have to run for some time, kind of build a reputation. Well, they've also offered some different devices that are gold and whatnot that apparently can earn right away. So once we get this plugged in, we'll see how that pans out over the coming weeks. Then you have some talk about the security features of each node. And it goes right back to being a VPN, and talks about how it can prevent certain attacks to your network. I'm just going to be having this hang out on its own VLAN, separated and segregated from my home network, and I'll just be offering up its services to the broader internet. That's essentially what we'll be doing. The gateway services won't be involved to begin with in the decentralized app store. And these decentralized web services, decentralized DNS to help make the internet more democratic and prevent open internet from being controlled or censored. And these days, censorship, even here in the U.S., has become a concern for everybody. So nice to see some devices out there that help us prevent that. Next here is going to talk about its operating system. And after a little while, we're going to run this, and then we'll probably pop this little guy open and take a look at what's in there. See if we can't pull the firmware, take a look at it, and likely we can create our own outside of their purchasable devices. But I'd love to see this on a Raspberry Pi. Well, that's down the road. We're going to let it run, see what we can earn in tokens first. Talks about their blockchain, and they're claiming that it's not susceptible to the common threats, the 51% attacks that we always hear about, but that's obviously yet to be proven. So the consensus mechanism is called proof of credit. It's similar to proof of stake, but depends. Your voting power depends on both stake tokens and delegated credit scores. So this is where that reputation comes in. So you want to make sure that you do your best to have uptime. And it says that it mines at 15 watts, which is, it's significantly lower than ASIC or GPUs. Yeah, clearly significantly lower. I don't really know anything besides maybe the Mysterium and those type of things running on a Raspberry Pi that can run at 15 watts. Trident protocol, haven't really looked into this too much. It says it's a decentralized shared communications protocol based on the blockchain. Circumvents network censorship, secures data transmissions, maximizes the use of network bandwidth, and reduces delays in packet transmission. We'll see about that. I have seen some comments online about this definitely slowing down your network. So we're about to find out. We'll do some next video. We'll get it plugged in. We'll hook a laptop up. We'll do some speed tests through the device. Do some ping tests through the device. Check for jitter. And see what kind of results we get. And post those up for all to see. So it definitely has, the one we have here is the Deeper Connect Nano. So it has 4 versions. There's also a previous version that's out floating around, but it's hard to find any information about it. So you have the Lite, the Mini, the Nano, and the Pico. Just says blockchain powered devices. Efficient mining for DPR tokens. I don't really recall seeing a huge difference between any of these. I would have to look it up and see if there's any processor differences. But under my impression was they all do very similar. Didn't purchase more than one. Had some concerns with this. There's some people saying that the developers don't have a great reputation, but we'll give it a try. I'll pause here in a minute. I'll pull up my contribution. I don't even remember what I paid for it, but here's the roadmap. So Q3 finished development on the mobile app. Deeper Connect Pico was delivered in Q2 and it's out. In Q4, they're looking to finish the development of Ethereum to Deeper Chain cross-chain bridge and resume liquidity staking for DPR markets. This staking, there's some videos online about that. And that was one of the ways to get the gold and different devices from them. But again, I ordered this quite some time ago prior to them even releasing those other devices. And I have no interest in paying more or staking for rewards on devices they've already released without that. It kind of feels like it's just them capitalizing on this market we're in right now, and people just dropping money for anything. So you take a deeper nano and you paint it gold and sell it for more. It does the same thing, but you get the benefit of what I've heard is immediate token earnings. So this is pretty interesting too. Talking about their partners. I mean, obviously you see the big one there, Amazon. Anybody that can get any traction with Amazon, we know is definitely going to stick around. Nice to see Best Buy being one of the large retailers, and quite a few strategic partners. So we scroll down and we look at where they've popped up in media, and you can click on these and it'll take you to the site and the information that was provided. And another page of, looks like mostly Chinese based or in the Asian continent, information from the media. So the last one is an FAQ portion. So some of the common questions: what do you prevent others from using my IP address to do illegal activities? And the only way you can do that is just to not use the bandwidth sharing. Basically, there's all VPNs are non-logged, so you don't know what they're doing, and you don't want to know what they're doing. In the US, in one of my last videos, I talked about some of the protections you have as an endpoint operator here in where I'm at in the US. But basically, as long as you don't log, you have a bit of protection. This talks about what's protecting you, other people from attacking my device. Now, obviously, if you were going to use this over your whole network, for example, if you had connect this to your modem and then directly to your router for your home, there is definitely some potential there. In my case, I'm not going to be using this. I have other VPNs that I use for my home network. So we're going to be segregating this off on its own VLAN, so it has no access to the other devices inside my network. At this point, you don't have a quality service function. It says there that they will be implementing that later. When you're sharing your bandwidth, will my internet speed get slower? It says you'll not, because you're only sharing your upstream bandwidth. So essentially, yeah, your upload, not going to notice that a whole much. I don't have a symmetrical network connection here, but I do have only 50 up. There'll be plenty to give some away. Then talks about there's other nodes. If you're the only user on the network, what kind of speed would I be looking? Talks about torrenting. Information not stored on the server, and we do not have access to it. You're the only person that has access to your information. In order to access it, you need to connect to your device through Atom OS using your personal password. Even if the device is physically stolen, no one will be able to access it unless they know your password. So it sounds like you want to set a strong password. Talks about their Atmos OS operating system, advanced congestion control protocol, and smart VPN routing. Oh, fancy. How stable is it? Of course, on their own website, they're probably going to claim that it's very stable. But we will see. Imagine over distributed, it probably is very stable, but that doesn't mean that our single device will be. Why would I need an enterprise security level device? Isn't antivirus and so on enough? Yes and no. I think that the nice feature about this is you can essentially anonymize your entire network if you so choose. I don't see how you wouldn't see an increase in lag. But like I said, we'll give it a try. We'll try to watch some Netflix. We'll try to do some testing, watch some YouTube, and all of that in our next video. So again, some more questions here. how is this device decentralized, what mechanism protects the users, and how many active nodes and where are they located. So as we saw on the first page up there, it said they have over 20,000 nodes in 200 countries. Well, here we have 13,000 nodes, 7,000 node disparity there. So the website is well designed, but I don't, again, I've heard a lot of back and forth, good, bad, so on and so forth. Contact information, looks like they're out of California. And then they kept all these standard social media networks there. Can go here. We'll just take a quick look at the one pager. And if you're really interested, you can read their entire white paper. So here you have, it talks about each one of the things we just spoke about: decentralized private network, decentralized web, decentralized gateways, and their blockchain ecosystem. And here's their core technologies. So the good news, I think in most cases, they have hit their milestones. So that shows that they are currently working. Looks like it's been around 2018. We have our deeper tokens capped 10 billion. Well, the token distribution we have here is mining 60%, private token sale, I'm sure that they did to raise funds, was 20%. Team investors get 10%. 5% is going to market operation, cooperation, and token treasure. And an additional 5% to core users. Then to talk a little bit about here, say goodbye to ASIC and GPU miners. Yeah, right. I'm a GPU miner myself, not massive by any means. I'm up to, I think I have about 42 running GPUs currently, and I'm running a single L3 Plus for my only ASIC. Hard to get anything these days. So good luck. Don't overpay. Don't pay over retail unless you're really committed. So here's the white paper, and it's pretty significant. So if you're interested, you have 80 pages of reading material there. All right, cut that out a little bit there. Got my daughter walking in the door. I think I've got the neighborhood kids at my house running around today. So here you have the Deeper Network forum, deepernetwork.cc, and lots of different items here that you can look over. All right, well, I appreciate y'all watching. Gonna have a video coming up here soon. We're gonna talk about installation, setup, do all the testing for it, see how well this little guy works, and then from there we're gonna do we'll probably wait 2, 3, 4 weeks. Probably saying I don't try to upload as much as I can, but I got a full-time job, full-time dad, and it's definitely difficult to get to these videos sometimes. So I hope that the sound is a little bit improved, gotten a little bit better area to do these videos in, turned an office into a little spot to do some videos. Hopefully got a new camera. Hopefully that unboxing looks a little better, and we'll keep moving, keep improving. I've got some comments about changing my voice tone, so try to do that. I'm not in any way a radio TV personality. I'm just your average Joe. So if you like the video, like the information, hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe, leave a comment down below, and then I'll keep this channel moving forward. All right, thank y'all.